everyone, I'm Janet, the founder of Pink Cosmetics. Thanks for joining us today. Today I'm going to show you how I make my shampoo bars. I formulate and then make all of my products by myself, and this shampoo bar took me about 6 formulations and nearly a year to perfect until I was happy with the final outcome. Initially, when I heard of the concept of a solid shampoo bar, I thought, ooh, that's easy. People just make a soap bar, just like the soaps that I already make, with a few different ingredients to tweak it with. And so I tried to do that. I absolutely hated them. They left my hair oily and knotty, and it felt disgusting. So I really wanted to get the surfactant bar right. This came with its own struggles, obviously, as most of the surfactants, which are actually the ingredients that make it foamy and do the cleaning, are all from the USA. So it's expensive, as well as takes a long time to ship and to get here. Unfortunately, in South Africa, you don't have access to small amounts of ingredients that we use in our products. So it's an endless struggle sourcing and buying ingredients from all over the world that I have to face every day. I wanted my shampoo bar to be soft enough to rub easily on the hair without making knots, but also hard enough to keep its shape. It needed to lather well, but not strip the hair or make it feel like goopy straw afterwards. I changed ingredients, I added more cocoa butter, I added less stearic acid, I added more stearic acid until finally my final formulation that I'm very happy with. I thought it would be difficult to actually use a shampoo bar as I do have long, thick and very coarse hair, but I really love how easy it is to use and how I can just rub it on my hair, especially here at the back, which is really a hard spot to get liquid shampoo to. So I really love the way they work, and obviously, like all our products, they are sulphate free, they are obviously vegan, and they are cruelty free. So now I'm going to start. I'm going to show you the ingredients that we use and then talk you through the process of making them. Run through all of our ingredients firstly. These are all the ingredients that I need to melt down and turn into like a liquid paste. The first one here is sodium cocoa isothianate, which is SCI for short. This is a surfactant which adds the foaming ability to the shampoo bar. Over here we have cocoa butter. This is raw cocoa butter, which is rock hard and smells like chocolate. Obviously we're melting it down. Over here we have stearic acid, which is something to add to the bar to make it harder. Over here I have benzene methosulfate, which is BTMS for short. It's not a sulfate. It's actually a conditioning and an emulsifying ingredient. I use this in my moisturizers and my conditioners and my body butters, everything that needs to be emulsified and stay together and be stabilized. And obviously it adds a nice feel to the use on your body. And then we have our cocoa betaine. So this is a liquid surfactant, which is also a foaming ingredient, and obviously it's also sulfate free. So we're going to melt those all together. Move over to here to our other set of ingredients that we're going to add after those have melted. Over here we have SLSA, which is sodium lauryl sulfur acetate. This is a naturally derived alternative to sulfates, which are obviously what we don't use. Over here we have glycerine mixed with our protein. So glycerine is a humectant. It actually draws water to the skin or the hair surface to help with hydration and with prevent drying out. And then in here we have mixed our vegetable protein, because we obviously don't use silk protein as we are vegetarian, or as we are cruelty free. And so that is nice for adding a good slip and feel to the hair, and it's just a nice product to add into hair products. Over here we have our preservative, because obviously any ingredients that have got water in them will require a preservative in them. We have our green colorants, because I asked on Instagram a poll of what color or what bar you guys wanted me to make, and lemongrass and mint was the winner. So today we're not making a pink bar. And there's also lemongrass and mint essential oils in here, which is obviously what adds to the fragrance. And then obviously the mint is also quite nice in hair product, because it has like a slight tingle on your scalp, which is really cool. And then we have panthenol. This is vitamin B5, and this is an ingredient that's very sticky, so I will sterilize a spoon and just take it out as I need it, because it's super sticky, and if I put it in a bowl it mostly gets wasted. This also adds just a nice hair feel when you use it in hair care products. And then we have our mold. So we're going to melt all of these ingredients together, mix them, and then put them in the mold, and then there's our shampoo. We fly away powdery, so I'm going to be putting my mask on while I have this thrown into the bowl. You don't want to breathe all of that in. Okay, I have pre-sterilized all of my ingredients or my implements and put them on here, which is also sterilized. so that I can use them as long as I keep them on the board. Then I'm going to take the cocoa butter and I'm going to put that in here. So obviously we're going to melt that all. Then we're going to take the stearic acid, throw that in. Use a spatula. Then we're going to take the BTMS and we're going to put all of that in. Throw that in the bowl. And then we are going to add the cocoa betaine, which is the last surfactant that we add to help with the foaming. And now we are going to go and melt this all in the microwave. Can use a double boiler as well. It does take quite a long time with a double boiler, so I normally just put it on very low in the microwave and do it for 1 minute increments. It can take up to 20 minutes or more for all of the ingredients to melt together. You can see the BTMS has got little, looks like little frog's eggs, so that needs to melt completely. The cocoa butter is the hardest of all of it, so that needs to melt. And then obviously the sodium cocoa isocyanate needs to melt as well, but it is pretty fine. Sometimes use granules. Lush uses granules in theirs, and then you see the little bars of granules kind of in the surfactant bars. They don't melt the ingredients together, they compress it, because they obviously have fancy machines that compress everything and make it hard. So I don't have access to those, so I need to melt this just so that it goes together kind of thing. And also I don't actually like the look of those little granules in my bars. So now I'm going to go and melt this and then I'll show you how it looks. Okay. Again, it takes a while. Putting it in, I kind of know to eyeball how much I need in grams, so I'm all good. And I'm just gonna let that in while it's still quite hot. This is at about 100 degrees now, so that everything is nice and melted. Put that back down on our board, and we're just gonna melt it in. It melts as the heat. It's very sticky. Okay, then we're gonna add in our sodium lauryl sulfur acetate. This is also probably gonna be quite a cloud. This is when you need to wear your mask, and it's gonna probably make me cough because I obviously don't have my mask on now because I'm talking. So let's stir this in, and I'm gonna add in the glycerine and the protein as well, just for some liquid. And then we need to wait for it to cool down a little bit before I add in my preservative, because it can actually make the preservative ineffective if it's too hot. But I know that this is actually cool enough. I don't have my thermometer here right now, but I know from experience that this is way below 55 degrees Celsius now, so I can add it in safely. I'm going to add the colorant, the preservative, and the essential oils in now, so that I can mix them all in nicely while it's still quite warm, because it goes hard pretty quick and then it's really difficult. It's already gone a bit hard. So I'm going to just work as quickly as I can to try and get everything dispersed evenly throughout. So the nice thing is when you add the colorant to the preservative specifically and the oil, I need to get more colorant, but I don't want to over color it either, because it is meant to be sort of a more natural type of product. So I'm actually happy with this, because the cocoa butter made it quite yellow. So you can see where everything has been dispersed evenly when there's color in it. So it's easier for me to see now that like my preservative is dispersed evenly throughout the product, and obviously also the fragrance. So that's pretty much it. Now I'm going to glop it into molds. This is not very glamorous and it is pretty messy. So that's how we make a shampoo bar. I highly recommend that you give them a try. They really are easy to use, and they're easy to store and to travel with. No more messing, leaking shampoo bottles everywhere. Currently, about 9 million tons of plastic get thrown into the ocean annually, which breaks down to one garbage truck full of plastic being dumped into the sea every minute. Shampoo bars cut out the need for plastic bottles, and they're also convenient for traveling. They are mega concentrated and they generally last longer than the bottled versions. On average, a shampoo bar will outlast 2 to 3 bottles of liquid shampoo. Shampoo bars can also be used for other purposes like washing your body. And obviously, I wash Lily with my bars, but she has her own bar. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video, and if you have any questions or special requests, let me know in the comments. And just remember to be kind.